Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to another video on JavaScript methods and events in 30 days challenge. Today, I'm going to show you how to use JavaScript Fetch API. And basically, the Fetch API enables us to make an HTTP GET request from external source. So before I actually get started, this is my API. This is the API that we are going to use to get some data. So now that the API is in place, we can actually start using our Fetch API. So I'll go with const fetch data. That is going to be my variable name. And now what we need to do is to go with our async keyword. And in here, I'll use my arrow function. So inside the blocks, I'm going to create a variable called response. And then I will assign it to my fetch function. But we need to use the arrow keyword because this is an asynchronous function. So inside this parenthesis, we need to pass in the URL. So I'll create another variable called data. And we also need to use the await keyword. So I'll go with await since it's an asynchronous function. And then we are going to convert our response into JSON. Okay, and then I will invoke it. So if I log the data to the console, we should see something pretty cool. So I will refresh the web page. And actually, we need to invoke our function. So just below this level, I'm going to invoke our fetch data. And now I'm going to refresh the web page. So now you can see we are getting some data from the external source. Live is great. So basically, to fetch the data is one thing. But another thing is to know how to undo the error if any problem occurs. So I'm going to show you a method, which is by using the try and catch block. So inside the try block, we can check if response.ok is true. So basically what we're doing is that we want to check if the status code is 200. So if it is 200, which means we have successfully fetched the data and now we can access the data. And if that is not the case, well, of course, we can also log a message to the console to say that unable to fetch the data, just like that. Of course, inside the catch block, we can also throw a new error. And then in here, we're passing error. So, guys, basically, for you to undo your errors in the console, this is a basic example on how to do it. And let's say, for example, I remove the first two letters from my key and then refresh the web page. You can see that we're having some kind of errors in the console, which is handled by what we have right here. And basically, that's how to undo your errors whenever you try to fetch data from external source. So I will add this one back to its place and refresh the web page. And now you can see that we have all these data from our external source. Live is great. So guys, basically, this is how to use the Fetch API in JavaScript. I hope you've learned something today. So guys, with that being said, I'll see you in our next tutorial.